The only thing more cliche than setting New Year's goals, breaking them. According to a recent study, less than 20% of us actually follow through on our goals. More than a third of New Year's resolutions are abandoned by February. And after falling off the wagon a few times, we tend to further weaken our willpower with self-limiting thoughts. It's good to have goals. It's even better to achieve them. Today on The Fix, how to set the right goals in the right way. Whether you're hoping to execute a new strategy, track new performance targets, or just cut down on the number of hours you spend binge watching, the best goals pull us closer to our deepest and ultimate desires and energize us to do what's necessary to get there. But we need an upfront plan to make sure that we're pointing in the right direction. And to do that, it's a good idea to devise your goals with these three principles in mind. A.I.M for short. Number one, ambitious and attainable. Setting safe goals is a comfortable option. They let us rack up easy wins and make us feel good, but they rarely produce the kind of growth that comes from a stretch target, something just past our current position. By establishing ambitious goals, we give ourselves permission to think more broadly and boldly and reach for a reality we might have otherwise missed. So when choosing a goal, don't play small with your potential. At the same time, we need to consider our present circumstances and abilities. There's a fine line between audacious and ambitious, and our goals have to be rooted in reality. Climbing Everest might not be the smartest goal if you're currently suffering from back spasms. By choosing a goal that's appropriate and then being prepared to make adjustments to that goal when necessary, we can push ourselves up to the edge but not over the cliff. Number two, intrinsic and interactive. Part of the reason why goals fall short is because they aren't intrinsically motivating. When goals hold personal significance for us, they generate stronger and longer lasting commitment than goals that carry only surface appeal. Practically, that could be as simple as knowing why we're doing something. Case in point, when a group of university fundraisers met with the recipients of scholarship funds, they became more personally connected to their work and generated nearly 4 times more pledges than another group that simply made solicitations. Sharing our goals with the right people can also bring us closer to achieving them. Find a challenge partner who will join you in your effort. Not only does that interaction create more accountability, but the shared pursuit of a goal can lead to heightened socialization and connection with other people, promoting a host of social and emotional health benefits as well. And finally, number 3, measurable and manageable. How we frame the goal matters too. Broadly defined goals are harder to keep, but clearly worded goals are more attainable. Rather than setting a goal of, I'd like to start running, it's better to sharpen the target. I'd like to run a 5K in 30 minutes by June, and then identify the micro goals that shorten the distance between setting and doing. Run 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Map out the route ahead of time. Buy a good pair of running shoes. With specifics, less is more. A meta-analysis of more than 80 change interventions from manufacturing plants to hospitals and even the United States Air Force found that setting only a handful of objectives, assigning simple metrics to each goal, and then providing regular feedback moved the performance needle dramatically. So when goals are simply stated, we can spend less time thinking about them and more time actually delivering on them. So there you have it. A 3-part plan for setting smarter goals. When we aim for the right goals and support those goals with the right people and practices, there is no limit to what we can achieve.